2, 3.
Hi, we're
Mystery Jets.
Thanks for watching Music News.
Mystery Jets, it's great to see you again. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good.
Well, thanks.
Good stuff. You're here at the Hospital Club to play a special gig for Dee's Alive, showcasing new material from the latest album, Curve of the Earth. Are you looking forward to it?
Can't wait.
It should be really good. It's always so much fun playing new songs.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you many times live over the years. Is getting on stage still the best bit of the job for you?
What do you think?
Getting off stage is pretty good too. But
Getting off on stage is pretty good as
you
well.
can't get off
Getting
stage.
off on stage.
You can't get off stage before you've got on. It's one without the other.
And in between, you make the crowd go wild. That's got to be a highlight.
Yeah, that's the best. That is
Yeah,
the best bit,
the very
really.
best. Yeah.
I mean, Curve of the Earth has been getting rave reviews. What was the inspiration behind the album?
It wasn't rave.
It's been getting very good reviews.
Yeah, no. Pink Floyd, our roots, our progressive rock roots, and also our backstory, our sort of autobiography. It's kind of inspiration for it.
I mean, you spent a lot of time perfecting the album. Was the approach different this time to in the past?
I think we had so much time to do it because we built our own recording studio to record it in, and I think that kind of gives you a freedom in a way to experiment with things and kind of try new like different avenues and stuff.
And it very much took as long as it needed to. I think we wouldn't sort of let it out of our grasp until we knew it was fully formed and perfect in our eyes.
I mean, when you took it into the studio and you had everything sort of written down this time, or
Partly, I guess.
These two kind of normally bring like really full, like quite fully formed demos to the room, and then we all like deconstruct it and say that's good, that's bad, like that bit, slower,
take it apart,
faster,
put it back together again.
sing it a bit different, and then it goes through like a band process really, and then it get tried like depending on what the song is, like it gets tracked according to that kind of thing, differently.
yeah, well, you've certainly done a good job this time. I was just having a quick look at a Bubblegum video. It looked excellent. Where was that filmed? Looked like a bit of fun.
Yeah, it really was. It was at the Red Sand Sea Forts.
Yeah. Out in the Thames estuary, there are these Second World War kind of relics that were built to defend London, which they're out in the middle of the Thames, which was called U-Boat Alley in the Second World War, which is very scary sounding. But they've been derelict for decades, and they're sort of slowly crumbling out into the sea. But Red Sands is one of the last surviving ones, really. So we were really lucky to be able to get out there on a fishing boat and throw all our gear up some ladders and set up on the roof.
Yeah, we had to tie loads of amplifiers to ropes and hoist them up. It was so intense. It took ages.
No, it looked certainly very good. I mean, making Dens seems like a long time ago now. I've been lucky to see you many times over the years. You've always had an edge, but does this sort of feel like a new creative peak?
I think it feels like a new chapter for the band. It's kind of, we've been a band in the public eye for 10 years, and I think this is the beginning of the next 10 years. And I think this sort of new sound is ushering that in.
Yeah, I mean, you've constantly evolved over the years, trying new things. Is it because you don't want to stand still, or because you're still looking for your perfect sound?
I think you're always looking for your perfect sound. I think you're always striving to do something better, really.
Following your nose almost, really.
Yeah, and we've always said as a band we don't want to repeat ourselves and make the same record twice, or even write the same song twice. So,
But I think you never do, really, because you're constantly sort of being stimulated by new things around you, and records or books, wherever it is you find, like this album more than any other was inspired by music. The least it more kind of came from elsewhere, and I think that's the joy of making records. They can come from anywhere, and sometimes it might take 2 or 3 years for those songs to pile up. But that's why you just keep on doing it.
Yeah, no, absolutely sounds brilliant. I mean, on the production side, I know you did it yourselves. Do you have a clear idea what you're going for before you get in, sound-wise?
I think you do, and then you kind of get there and realise that actually maybe what you had, your idea initially wasn't quite right. So as Jack said, you follow your nose really.
Because like being in a room, I guess, especially like 4 or 5 other people like doing it, is that like everything you do is going to, in a way, kind of get procrastinated over. So like you need to, as a group, find the best way for those ideas to kind of come to life and flourish in a way. And also your room, like the room you're recording it in, because we did it in an old, like a disused button factory. Finding like to find the sound of that room was hard enough, like let alone the sound we got in our heads, like getting a good drum sound within those walls and stuff. So it kind of worked itself out. I really want to try and do some more recording in there because I feel like we know it really well now. We know where to like put everything to the centimetre,
Yeah. Good stuff. I mean, you as a band, you've always been bubbling in the background, and for longevity is the best place to be. Always consistently there, and consistently selling albums. But do you think that this is your time to finally explode?
It's not for us to say. It's not for us to say. I mean, that would be great, but
I just think, as long as we can get to the next record, Like,
no, but you've got no doubt there. The next record is on its way. In fact, have you got any direction for the new album? Is that too early to say?
I mean, I think just in response to your last question, I think we enjoy it all. I think it's great to be sort of playing to big festivals and having a record on the radio and stuff. That obviously we love that. There's just as much magic in sort of disappearing and sort of going into the wilderness and being having a career and a fan base that allows you to do that doesn't just want hit. Jets fans aren't really like that. They're kind of, I think what they expect from us is to come back with something new, and they know that takes time. We know that
the
unexpected,
I think.
Yeah.
And to us, it's all fun. If a record's a hit, that's brilliant. But I'm just as proud of things that we've put out as B-sides as I am with like our most well-known songs. So.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of radio play at the moment. Anyway, which is very good. Everyone's loving it. Is there a Mystery Jets ethos in the band as such?
It's a good question. That's a really good question.
Is there any?
I mean, a lot of bands do stand for something. They do have a kind of ideology, and they talk about it. And
isn't ours "Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish"? Is that?
I'll go with that.
You go with that. What were you going to say?
Ours is Steve Jobs. No, I guess I sort of think about that sometimes. Do we have an ethos? Don't we? I don't know. I mean, I guess we just sort of we evolve, and that's that really.
Yeah, no. Well, it's going well at the moment. I mean, when you started, what were your ambitions then, and how have they changed over these sort of 10 years?
Well, they've grown and grown. That's for sure. Musically, that is. I think in essence we still want the same things out of music, which is to evolve and to make different records every time we set ourselves the task of doing that. I don't know, what do you guys think?
I think when you start out, it's quite common that your influences are very detectable in your sound, and the kind of records that inspired you to form a band, you can hear them there in the songs. And I think with us, I don't look back at anything that we did when we were younger and sort of I wouldn't turn my back on it or turn my nose up or anything like that. I'm proud of it all, but I equally feel that with time we've sort of grown into our own sound, and there's still traces of all the things that have inspired us and still inspire us in our music. But I think we've found our own voice. It feels like that anyway, and I think that's the thing that keeps you going, is that you feel like you're getting through to something that's your own.
Definitely. Well, thanks a lot for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. If you had to pick 3 Mystery Jets tracks from across all the albums that you say would sort of sum you up as a band, what 3 would you choose, do you think?
Rastamadeus. Go on, you say. On a travelling day.
These are all songs that were never released.
What about Pale Blue Dot?
Really difficult question. It's kind of.
Do you know what I listened to the other day?
favourite
Damon
child.
and Justine.
That was a B-side
B-side.
to Greatest Hits, I think.
Was it?
No, it wasn't.
No, it was off Serotonin.
It was B-side to Serotonin.
Yeah.
Great song.
I'm gonna pick Someone Purer, which was on Radland.
I pick Zootone. For the
I'm
old
gonna
guy.
pick. I mean, Flakes is kind of, that's been a mainstay for so long, so I think that should get picked.
Fantastic. Thanks for your time. Anything else you'd like to say to Music News watchers?
Hello.
Love ya.
Great stuff. Thanks a lot.